Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Anthony Blake Jr. from Flawless Fantasy Football. Just back with another quick episode. We're going to do some quick news and notes just to update everybody here this Saturday night and see what's going on. Make sure everybody legit for Sunday morning to try to eat you some W's, right? Okay. In memory of our boy, Jameis Winston. We're going to start with the quarterbacks first. And, we're going to, like I said, again, we're going to go through the relevant stuff. If it's not relevant, what I'm saying, we're not even going to do that. Stay tuned to the end though, because I got a PowerPoint at the end and an announcement at the end. So we're gonna fly through it and just try to hit the points. Not trying to keep y'all too late tonight. It started in Arizona. Kyler Murray's back in the saddle, so he'll be playing this weekend for the Cardinals. As we all know, Cam Newton signed back with the Panthers. He won't be starting this week though. So PJ Walker will be starting. And so he's back with his old little girlfriend, the Panthers. Went back home. So I don't know if that hurts or helps Christian McCaffrey. I don't know how that goes, but I don't really think they're playoff bound anyway. But nevertheless, Cam Newton's back. So people that love him as a QB1, go for it. Because chances are they'll lose this week and Cam will start next week. Okay, and with Jets, Mike White, and he's back at the helm, and so he'll be playing this week against Buffalo. Now, listen, if this dude comes out and he scorches Buffalo, and even if you have a great game, he the deal. They're gonna have a full blown quarterback controversy over there in New York. So we'll see what happens there. And Ryan Tannehill, he had a little sickness, so he's a little sick, but he's back at it, and he'll definitely play this week. All right, on to the running back. Now, first we'll start with the Patriots. Damian Harris is out with the concussion. He didn't clear, this week. So when the Patriots play against the Browns, he didn't clear. But so one would assume that Ramondre Stevenson will be the lead back, and he'll be getting all the work. But we know how Bill Belichick is. We know he likes to play games. You know how he likes to outsmart people. Be like, oh, you think I'm going to do this? Oh, watch me do this and be great at it. So he might try to make Brandon Bolden the lead back. I don't know. In my second league, I think I got Ramondre Stevenson. I believe, yeah. I picked him up on waivers last week. Even though I drafted him, I had drafted him in all three of my leagues, but ended up obviously because Harris was healthy and toting, ended up cutting him, but getting him back in one of the leagues. But again, that's just my little deal. I may play him at a flex, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. So hopefully he does the right thing, and Ramondre Stevenson can be the lead back. And Brandon Bolden just do his receiving work. Damian Harris is going to be back next week, so he's going to be right back in, doing his thing. He's going to be the lead back, so this is a 1 week rental. Alvin Kamara, he's out. And look, they brought in Lamar. Remember, it was earlier this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. It was earlier this week. They brought in Lamar Miller and Josh Adams. Sorry, they brought them in and they signed him to the practice squad. Either that was early last week. No, it was super early this week. Nevertheless, when you see them bring in 2 running backs, you know something's up. They're gonna sign one. If something's going on. Again, don't look at what people say or what teams say. Look at what they do. See, that's a human flaw that people have. They hear all this blah, 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 blah. They believe what comes out of people's mouth. They believe what they're fed. They open up their freaking stupid head, they pop it open, and they let the world feed stuff in here instead of looking at people's actions. Actions tell you everything. Actions speak louder than words. People freaking sit up here and say it all day long, but they continue to listen to words and not people's actions. So I tend to think this will be a multi-week thing, so, but we'll see, so hopefully not. But to be totally honest with you, I did put Alvin Kamara out of my RB1. I did that in my rankings. I didn't have him in there. Somebody asked me in the comments, oh, this crap list doesn't have Alvin Kamara in here. I mean, and I replied to him and I said, look, I don't think that he's going to finish the season. So if he don't finish the season, I don't think he's going to be RB1. And they gave him so much work in the front half of the season. And I think he's RB6 or 7 right now. 6. I think he's 6. But if he missed a couple weeks and then he missed more time later, he might just fall out of it. And, y'all know how I feel about that. I didn't think Christian McCaffrey, I knew he was going to get injured. I almost said I didn't want to put him on the list, but then I knew once people didn't see him on the list, they're just going to exit out. But I mentioned all that in my video. All right, so Mark Ingram will be the lead back versus the Titans this week, so we'll see how that works out. I'm sure he'll get a lot of volume, but that's not like the Drew Brees led, Saints. So, but we'll see what happens. And again, it's like Mark Ingram going back with his girlfriend, with the Saints. Like, why are they cutting these dudes and releasing them, then want to get them back? Wouldn't you feel some type of way? I would. Maybe that's just me. I can hold a grudge a little bit. Nick Chubb, he's not playing. I said it early in the week when I said he was out for COVID, and there was still a chance he can play. It's like, dude's got to get, he's been vaccinated, but of course he gets it anyway. But I'm not finna go on this whole little tangent with you about your shot, Get the shot so I don't catch it. Get the shot so you don't catch it. But people catching it left and right. Sheeple. Anyway, so Dearness Johnson to be the lead back. Let's see if he pull another 168 in a touchdown like he did week 7. Could be some tough sledding, but we'll see what happens. CEH, Glass EH, he's unlikely to play. He hasn't officially been ruled out yet, but he's very unlikely to play. I remember I passed up on this dude in the second round because I like going running back. So I was going to go, in my league of record, I was going to go Jonathan Taylor and then go him. But it wasn't an option to go him. He was sitting there. I passed up on that joker so right. But all the running backs were going, so I ended up going with DK Metcalf. But nevertheless, I wasn't going to touch that dude. I wouldn't have touched him there in the third. Glass. He ain't impressive. He's not impressive. We said that before. Chris Carson, they're not ready for him to come back yet, obviously. So he's ruled out for this coming week. And so lead back duties with Russell Wilson coming back remains with Alex Collins. After the week off and after his little butt issue or whatever he had going on, guess he had somebody squeezed his butt a little too rough. He'll be back at it, and he'll be the lead back. And I like that. Even though they're playing against Green Bay and Aaron will be playing, I just think he'll get a lot more quality. He'll have a lot more, unstacked boxes, and he'll get more quality passes out the backfield. I really like him as a play this week. Zach Moss cleared the concussion protocol. So, both of them, him and Devin Singletary, will be sharing the load there. It was looking like Singletary is going to have it all to himself, but unfortunately that's not the case. But that's good news for Buffalo, of course. Chase Edmunds on IR, of course. We already know that from previous waivers. And so Eno Benjamin will share the workload with James Conner. I know everybody think, Conner's going to have 23 toes. He might. But we know Conner glass, right? We know he glass. And I'm partial to Conner because I like him because I had him in the blow-up season when when Le'Veon Bell did all that crap and he sat out. But, he glass, though. James Robinson, he's questionable. They think he'll play, but you really don't know for sure if he's going to play until like 90 minutes before the game. Tevin Coleman, he's going to be back in the lineup. I don't know if he's going to start or anything, but he's going back on the field. That kind of make things kind of, murkier with Carter, another guy that's back there. So, if you're going to take a swing, not on Carter because I think he's safe, but on other guy, then, you could do that, but I wouldn't advise it. So, we'll see what happens there. And at the end of let's go with the wide receivers. That's enough for the running backs. There's nothing else to mention here. With the wide receivers, I'm gonna skip over something, but I'm gonna go, tackle it a little bit later. The Titans to place Julio Jones on IR. Man, listen, I kept telling y'all about Julio. That's the problem. See, you know what it is? The same thing y'all doing with Julio, the same thing y'all doing with homeboy about to talk Odell Beckham. Y'all just stuck on the name. And it's 2021. It's been finna be 2022 in another month and a half or so, and y'all still stuck on these old names. Let it go. These people aren't who they were 5 and 6, 7 years ago. So he's on IR. He's going to miss at least the next 3 games. Antonio Brown with the Buccaneers. Of course, the coach and already ruled out Antonio Brown and Gronk. They don't need him versus Washington. Chris Godwin's they say Chris Godwin is a pregame decision. What the hell is a pregame decision? It's a game time decision. What the hell is a pregame decision? Like, man, they're just making up stuff. So, but he'll play. They're not going to go into it with just Mike Evans. I doubt that. So, he's headed in the positive direction, per the reports say, so he'll be fine. Corey Davis, he's going to be activated. It looked like he's going to play against the Bills. So he'll see how he reaps and benefits from Mike White. The only bad part about that, they play against the Bills. Bills got a great defense, and plus he's in the quote unquote the number 1 wide receiver. So he'll probably be drawing Tre'Davious White, and that's not a good recipe, especially for being the first game back. But that's good for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my boy that I knew about, and I put people on. And all right, now let's address the elephant in the room. First off, if this is your first time here, whatever, make sure y'all press the like button. And if your first time, make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you want some fantasy knowledge that's not like the mainstream, and somebody's going to give you not just a bunch of analytics and put it on the screen, but going to give you advice based off experience and trends. Okay? Analytics can't tell you that. But I can. Anthony Blake with Flawless Fantasy Football. All right. Let's just clean up with the tight ends real quick. Not much. Logan Thomas, he's not ready. They were saying that he was going to be ready. And so Ricky Seals is still going to be the man over there until he's ready. It seemed like he won't be ready no time soon. So maybe Ricky Seals will probably get another 2, maybe even 3 weeks. And my dog, Dawson Knox, is back on the scene. So he's back in the rotation with Buffalo, and I'll be starting him on my main league of record over Higbee. And he's going to score a touchdown this week. At least give me 8 points. That's all I'm asking for. All right, now let's address the elephant in the room here. Let's talk about Robert Woods. He came up, this is Saturday. So the reports say that he had an ACL injury yesterday after practice. Word was that he felt that he just tweaked it a little bit in his knee at the end of practice. Just felt he just had a little tweak. Just everything was fine. Come to find out, they say he tore his ACL. This is a fantasy football show, but guess what? I'm not gonna not say this. You guys believe that freaking crap? I got some freaking doggone Iceland and freaking doggone Africa to sell you. I got the most beautiful property to sell you in freaking Compton, California. Y'all believe in it? Not y'all. If you tend to believe, how damn it convenient. How convenient. Odell Beckham signs with the team that don't need him the most, that needs him the least. He cries about targets, and all of a sudden, on the same day he signs, because he said he signed yesterday. He might be made his announcement, but he signed yesterday. The same day he signed, a mysterious injury happens to the wide receiver. Now, do I think Odell Beckham made him go and get a torn ACL? No, I don't think he got a torn ACL, to be totally honest with you. Just like I don't think freaking Henry's freaking hurt. That's just me. Like, you can't sit up and say, oh, somebody's not limping, somebody finishes the game, and oh, they need to be out freaking 8 weeks. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Look, it is what it is. I believe in the motive they have to make sure, because guess what? Look at this drawn up story. Everybody knows about Odell Beckham. Oh, this and that. It's all on social media, been on Facebook. Oh, his dad created this type of thing and got him kicked out, and he got kicked out off the team and did all this. Look at that big old storyline. Only to go to a team, essentially Super Bowl favorites. So if you add the Odell Beckham storyline onto there, it's no different from what happened last year with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was a hot freaking mess, all in the news. Then guess what? He goes to the Super Bowl team. It's the same script. Oh, I'm sorry. It's coincidence. It's coincidence. You're a conspiracy theorist. No, just I use my freaking mind and I think about things that are probable. People always say, why would they do that? Why would they do that? No, it's not. The question's not about why would they do it. It's why wouldn't they do it? And better yet, another better question is, can they do it? Are they capable of doing it? The answer is yes to that question. A resounding yes. So no, I don't think Robert Woods, 29 years old, is on the last year of his freaking contract. They made things work. We're not going to be privy to it, but they're going to make things work. He was already not having the freak. Let me tell you how stupid people are. Me and my homeboy was talking the other day. Me and my homeboy Drake. And we was talking about, when Odell Beckham signed, people was like, that's going to hurt Jefferson. Oh, Jefferson's the odd man out. We're like, these jokers, it ain't about fantasy. These jokers don't know nothing about football. I've seen it on so many platforms. Oh, Jefferson, the meme. Oh, the face when Jefferson makes when Odell Beckham signed with crying emojis, crying faces and stuff. I'm like, Jefferson was the one that they were pushing past Bobby Trees. They were pushing him past it. If you looked at the game last week on Monday, or whenever they had the primetime game, when they showed the starting lineup, was that Sunday or Saturday? Sunday or Monday. Whenever they had the primetime game. When they showed the starting lineup, they didn't even have Robert Woods in the starting lineup. They had Kupp and Jefferson. But these idiots are so dumb that when another receiver come in, they think Jefferson's the odd man out. Not knowing he has the youth and the freaking dynamic, and he has the upswing. You know what I'm saying? He's the one on the uptick going up. Robert Woods been like this. I bet you a lot of y'all suckers, they've even, not my people, but anybody else is stumbling on it and don't freaking believe what I'm saying. A lot of y'all probably so new in fantasy, never even freaking seen Robert Woods even catch a touchdown in Buffalo. He played in Buffalo first. This dude's on a decline. He's still skilled, but he's 29. And guess what? They was ready to make that move before he falls off the freaking cliff. So I believe that it's nothing but a script. I know people don't want to believe that NFL is finessing them in this. Look, but some dude told me back when I was 21 years old, when I was working at the post office, he told me, and guess what? I didn't want to freaking believe it. Man, you crazy. How they going to do that, man? They be out there hitting and be getting hurt and up. And he said, look, I'm not in the business of changing your mind. I'm just asking you just to take your time and look at it and just analyze things and question things sometimes. And you'll come up with your own ideas. This was just over 2 decades ago. I didn't just flip the switch now, but I gradually started thinking, look at him like side-eye and stuff. It's nothing wrong with playing fantasy football, enjoying fantasy football, being a fantasy football YouTube creator, and feeling the way that I feel. It's like, again, we all go, people, I've never went to Vegas, but I'm going to go. When you go to Vegas and you go to gamble, you know that you're going to lose your money, right? You know you're not going to double and triple up your money. But guess what? We go anyways. We spend, we pull the slots, we play the stuff anyway. Because we know what we're dealing with. Okay? Because the masses, the majority of the people are doing it and have accepted it. mind you, people back in the day thought that wrestling was real. I remember being 5, 6, 10 years old and seeing grown adults arguing about wrestling and the validity and realness of it. I remember seeing that. And even to this day, when people know it's scripted and know there's already a predetermined winner and loser, you can still watch WrestleMania and still see when people lose and people be upset and crying, like with Undertaker lost, crying, grown men crying and upset. Why are you upset when you know it's a predetermined freaking doggone issue going on? I know you don't want to feel like it's finesse. We saw that one guy that when the dude did the sack and did his little kick and he looked at the sideline and he ran around the ref and the ref went and stuck his butt out and hip checked him. Nobody's checking that ref. Nobody's questioning that ref saying, why are you doing that? Do you have an agenda? You got a job to do, but do you have a job to do within your job? So you tell me he a referee, but he that unprofessional, he want to hit that dude with his butt and then throw a flag? Nobody's questioning that. Why not? Because anybody that questions it will get freaking silenced and freaking punished for it. Enjoy fantasy football. That's what you're supposed to do. We're being predictive about something that's predictive. We're trying to be predictive on something that's predictive. It's just that simple. Okay? So, having said that, Odell Beckham, now he's the number 3. Since the mysterious, and let's stop. The dude say, oh, he felt like, see, that's the kick. He felt like he just tweaked his ankle, tweaked his knee. Meaning, oh, he didn't fall down. Because heaven knows if somebody just fell down, him, Cup, or Jefferson, they fall down immediately. They go, oh, what's going on? We know we got Odell here. So all of a sudden, we're just going to tweak our knee without falling and have an ACL tear. Is that what we're doing? And then we don't find out for 24 hours later. Fuck out of here. They're fucking lying. If you don't stand for something, you fall for freaking anything. Then Odell taking his behind up there and talking about something. Oh, it just felt right to sign with the Rams. I was going to watch Super Bowl anyway, so I didn't care about the hoopla. But as much as I was going to root against the Rams, I'm definitely rooting against them now. At the end of the day, they're going to try to do what they got to do to make sure they pay for that doggone $1 billion stadium that they got built over there. But no, nobody sees through that. Nobody sees how that makes sense. All right, I'm done. Any questions about start sits? Any questions about who you may be looking at next week? And anything in between? Hit the comments. Flawless Fantasy Football, Anthony Blake Jr. I'm out. Good luck this week.